Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be showcasing microservices in action. So I didn't give you a demo specifically for microservices. If you're new to my YouTube channel, guys, I have a lot of content made, and I'm making AI system design playlist. And the good part about this is, guys, let me just open it up. The good part is that a lot of my projects already follow a monolithic architecture, but I wanted to show you some glimpse of how microservices work. So I'm making this AI system design playlist. There's already a generative AI playlist being uploaded, Flask playlist, Python playlist, NLP playlist, data science projects playlist, Power BI playlist, SQL playlist. So guys, just follow along. PyTorch playlist, deep learning project, everything is added, and a lot of important lectures will be added in future as well. So let's just jump and try to understand what are microservices and why I'm showing you them. So guys, we have discussed microservices in lecture 2. It's just an idea of having a separate front end part and a separate back end part that's going to communicate. So front end is going to send you request, HTTP, and you would send a response. That's probably the thing that you do, and that's good. But I will give you a demo of what I have built, a very simple demo, in order to just show you that how it really works, because some people told that they wanted to see this as well, that how it actually works, which is probably an important use case, I believe. So let's just try to dive in and try to understand how does it actually works. So guys, let's just try to close this, and so just assume for a moment that my backend server is up. Okay, I have my backend server running. So my backend server is running. Okay, now my backend server is running. Now this is a simple HTML file which I have created. It's residing somewhere else. Okay, so I open it. Now what will happen is, the moment I click with login with Google, you would see I got directed to this route, that is test auth localhost 8000. So guys, see, just try to imagine what happened. My front end, my front end was somewhere else, but it was able to communicate to localhost auth test auth. So guys, what will happen is, I'll now show you where this thing is running. So if you'll go to my uh, cursor, you will be able to find. So guys, cursor is just like an alternative of VS Code. um, Probably it's a fork of VS Code, and exceptionally added functionality. There's a dedicated video on cursor as well, so that's there. So now see guys, here I have written this route. Okay, whatever is happening, forget it. I don't want to go into the coding details and what this JWT token means, forget it. But just try to imagine that what is happening is that someone is going to be writing code in the backend, and the front end is communicating it without any doubts, right? If you would look at my code, it is making this API call at this route. Okay, and where is that thing residing? That's residing in the backend. So guys, see, you are able to see how my front end and back end were just able to communicate because of proper APIs. And see, as I said, that this location of this project, the backend, is separate, right? The location of the project is separate, and the location of the front end is separate. But due to CORS, so that is cross origin resource sharing, I was able to the front end was able to communicate with backend. So guys, that is the power of microservices. You have seen a demo, and I wanted to give you a short note on specifically cost part as well. So guys, see, one very important consideration is cost. Okay, no one talks about it, but if you would work in big organizations, you would understand the importance of it. If you're going to open your startup, you would understand the importance of cost. So what happens is, guys, once you go for a microservices based system, your front end is separate, your back end is separate. That we have been talking about in the entire part of story, right? But a good part is that your front end is could be just deployed as a static web app. Okay, your front end is just deployed as a static web app. So if you would see in your Azure, you have multiple options to deploy an app. So your front end is just a static web app, guys, so it's very cheap. But your back end would be a proper web app plus database as well. So probably here the cost would be more. And whenever you wish to scale it, you can scale it your backend separately from your front end. So your cost part also gets separated. You have two different repositories, one targeting my the front end, one targeting back end. So everything becomes very clean. And guys, specifically in this project which I just gave you a glimpse of, the backend was in fast API and the front end was in traditional HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So guys, the main idea for this lecture is that now you're able to see how like stuff happens, right? So this is how microservices work, and similarly, if you would go for any cloud as in Azure as well, so there you would be calling your endpoints as in like this way. So let's say your URL is a www. I think it's not www, it's HTTP, Azure something something, and then your route, right? So then auth test auth, and once this would be called, guys. Okay, this is the power, and this is the demo I think which I wanted to show you, because some people requested that we understand it at a theoretical level but need a demo as well. So now as you have seen a demo as well. Second thing, guys, if you are a newcomer and you want to do a project, and let's say you have the bandwidth, right? You have the bandwidth and decent amount of technical expertise, try to leverage microservices and build a good product. It would really give a good message to the recruiter, but always mention about the fact that like don't just throw terminologies which you don't know. Always study the stuff and then probably do it. My last note on this is microservices versus mono. My last and very important message that I want to give you all is, first of all, guys, look at the scale of the application. If the scale is less, no need to go for microservices, always go for monolithic. If the scale is more, maybe you're not sure on day one that how many backend APIs would be, what languages would you be using, and you have a good cost to start with, you want to build something that's going to scale really well, then probably go by microservices. So that's my answer. And guys, please subscribe. A lot of new content would be coming this year. Have a great year, and thank you.